The Holy Father will visit the Mediterranean nation of Malta in May for the first papal trip of 2020. In September, the Holy Father met with Malta's President George Vela, where they discussed challenges facing migration. Pope Francis will visit the small Mediterranean island for a one-day visit on May 31st. It will be the first papal trip in Malta in 10 years. Hannah Brockhaus, senior Rome correspondent for Catholic News Agency, joins us now. Hannah, can you tell us why the Holy Father is visiting the Mediterranean island and what we can expect from his first 2020 papal trip?
Well, Tracy, I think as is well known, Pope Francis really has a heart for the plight of migrants and refugees. So it isn't too surprising that he would choose to visit the island of Malta and its smaller island, Gozo, nearby, which has really been a locus for the migrant and refugee crisis in recent years. It's also worth noting that the Archbishop of Malta, Charles Scicluna, is very well trusted by Pope Francis, very close to him, and has also been a key player in the Church's response to the sex abuse crisis.
Well, Malta's top two church leaders are very close to Pope Francis and have both echoed the Holy Father's concerns about the plight of migrants. How will the Holy Father's visit impact the island's political problems?
Well, on the topic of migration, Malta has received a lot of migrants and refugees to the nation, but last year they closed their ports to NGO ships which have rescued migrants in the Mediterranean Sea. So that has been an issue that has been on the part of the nation's conversation lately, as well as the fact of there has been some turmoil following the 2017 murder of a prominent investigative journalist in the country.
Hannah, can you explain why Malta is important in Christian history?
Well, in the Acts of the Apostles, there is a story about St. Paul, who actually shipwrecked off of the island of Malta together with about 270 other people, and they were miraculously all saved. And in the Acts of Apostles, chapter 28, it talks about their welcome to the island by the Maltese people. Pope Francis has been talking about that story recently in some of his public audiences, and he's been drawing a connection between the Maltese welcome of St. Paul and the others to the issue of welcoming migrants and refugees. So it is very fitting that he has chosen that theme for this trip.
Well, Hannah, thank you so much for your insight. Hannah Brockhaus, senior Rome correspondent for Catholic News Agency. Thank you once again.
Thank you.